Welcome to your Love Tower reading. My name is Kelly and this is Moon Pie Tarot, and I just want to wish you a very happy birthday for all you Tauruses out there, and for any of you who have a birthday in April, also a very happy birthday. So I'm doing a little bit, my reading's a little different. If you've been following my channel or if you're subscribed, my last readings I did, they were for just the elements and they were a little more condensed. So I have been doing instead just the zodiac sign, doing reading for the zodiac signs, individual. Okay, so I just want to shuffle the cards a little bit. I did pre-shuffle, so no worries. What does Taurus need to know for the month of May for love for 2016? Taurus for love for the month of May 2016. Go with this one here. King of Swords, Four of Swords, the Hanged Man, the Magician, Three of Swords, Queen of Swords, the Fool, Five of Swords, and Judgment. Okay. Excuse me, a little tickle in my throat. Trying to get these so that you can see them a little bit, but I will hold them up so you'll be able to see them. Okay, so our major arcana cards that we have: the Magician, the Hanged Man, the Judgment, excuse me, and the Fool. But we have all the sword energy: Three of Swords, Queen of Swords, King of Swords, Four of Swords, Five of Swords. So I don't see a lot of passion in this reading. With these swords cards, it's more or less a lot of mental energy. That's kind of the basis for what I'm seeing for this reading. And we have the Moon in reverse. And the Moon in reverse at the bottom of the deck is generally there are things. The moon is representative of emotion, emotional energy. There are things that are not being brought to light for you in this month. There are secrets surrounding some situations. Usually the Moon card, when it's in the upright, is a card that speaks about it's dark. The moon, of course, you see it at night, but when its light shines, it illuminates things that can't really be seen. But when it's in the reverse, it's really just a message to me that there are things that are not being illuminated. There are things that it is very dark, and there are some unknowns happening, going on for the month. So I see you, I see that there some kind of a heartache, a breakup. There may have been something that happened in a relationship with you and another, where there was some kind of, I don't want to say trickery, but there was some type of unknown, some things that were behind the scenes that you weren't really, that perhaps came to light. Um, there may have been a breakup, and then things began to come to light for you after the split. And I see with the Hanged Man, let me see here. It's really about release, letting go. Whatever there was, some kind of heartbreak, you and your partner, and I'm going to speak for relationships right now. There was something that was going on that you were just in awe about. And maybe you broke up and then you found out some things that had happened, and now you're just letting it all go. You're just letting it go. Maybe this person was just not being honest with you. I don't want to say they were playing games, but there was some kind of, like, I guess, some kind of trickery. I guess that's kind of like the word that keeps coming out for me. Let me see. Whatever the issue was that happened, there was a split, and you needed to gather all of your resources that you had in order to move forward and just leave this person be. Okay? And I have at the center of the reading the King of Swords, and then we have the Queen of Swords here. So I'm going to say that this was you and your partner. And the King of Swords generally represents an air sign. But it can be someone who may have air sign type qualities. They could have an air sign, it could be their rising sign, it could be have that and other planets in their chart. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily have to be an air sign, but there were two people here in your life who were both, I would say, of that air-like quality, where they were just, so the Queen of Swords, if you're a man, this could have been this woman, Queen of Swords in your life. If you're a woman, this King of Swords in your life. Either way, you are not coming together. Okay, one of you was off kilter. One of you was being extremely manipulative, being extremely scattered, like emotionally a mess, just very much not very stable type of energy. Okay, and I feel like for you, I don't know if maybe there was another person involved in this relationship, maybe something had happened, so then there's a third party, but whatever the situation, it had you very down and out. When we have the Four of Swords cards here, very exhausted and drained from this relationship. Okay, and I feel like you may have been going back and forth with this person, you know, feeling drained, but then trying to stay in touch with them, and being risky about that, maybe even though knowing that this is not a good, healthy relationship for you. I feel like you've been going back and forth with them, and you will be for the month. But with the Five of Swords here, I just see just still there's a lot of argument and fighting, and it's just not being a very good situation right? It's just, it's almost as if whatever was happening in the relationship before, it just is still going on. There hasn't been any healing or reconciliation, you know. And I think either because you are just completely distraught by this person who is just very headstrong and very, I don't want to say they're overly emotional, but they are just very kind of a forceful energy, and it has left you in a place where you are just like flipped over upside down. You don't know what to do, and it's draining you, and it's just putting you in it's just not in a good place, and you're trying to rest, but then maybe you keep going back with them, and but they're still arguing and fighting. And but at the end here we have the Judgment card, and the Judgment card is really just finally releasing and everything coming together. You making a decision, a final decision about, you know, what you want to do. And I feel like for the month of May, you're going to put an end to it. Okay? Because I just see all this sword energy, and with one of these, so you know, here we have heartbreak, separation, Four of Swords, where we just have a lot of, you know, it's just made you sick, like maybe emotionally or mentally ill. We have the Queen of Swords, who is a very wonderful person, this person in your life, but just he or she is just maybe a little too headstrong for you, or or not that they're too headstrong for you, but that this person, you're just clashing with them because you're both very similar. Okay? Actually, that's coming to me very strong, that you are both very headstrong individuals, and you just are fighting a lot. I just see a lot of fighting. And I think that with the Judgment card at the end here, you're just going to give up. You're just going to be done with it. It's just too much for you to take on anymore. It's just constantly going back, hoping things will be better, and you are not, you know, wanting to do that. You keep trying to let go and just relax and just be at peace, you know, but that doesn't seem to be something that's happening for you, and hasn't happened for a long while. But for the month of May, I see that is going to be happening for you. I'm going to pull, and when I have the moon here in reverse, really what I mean by when I said that there are things unseen and things not coming to light, you know, things not coming to light or things not being seen it doesn't necessarily mean that there are things that are happening with the other person, that they're hiding things. It could just be you not seeing the light within yourself, if that makes any sense. Perhaps there, you know, are things within you or things about you that are keeping you, that have kept you holding on to this relationship. And I feel like you probably for this month need to take a look at not so much the other person, but take a look at yourself and see what's going on within you that you are not recognizing. Because sometimes, you know, we get into relationships with people, and if they, you know, it's not just about the other person. It takes two to tango. So, you know, it's important that you have a look at yourself and ask yourself, okay, well, did I contribute to this in some way? You know, and I'm not talking about abusive, like physically or verbal, like severe abusive relationships, because obviously you didn't do any of that. And if that is the case, if you were in some kind of, and your relationship was like that, which the Five of Swords is, you know, it's a scary looking card. I mean, this person is being attacked and looking very scared. If that's the case, then you just definitely need to get out, and that person will face their judgment. But the moon in reverse is really about releasing your fears. There's a lot of confusion and unhappiness, and it's a scary thing, you know, when you're going through that. Because the moon in the upright is illusion. There are a lot of illusions, you know, and you may have been eluding yourself in this relationship. There may have been a lot of anxiety and fear that you were dealing with, and with this in reverse, you releasing your fears and letting go of this turbulent relationship, tumultuous relationship, you will start to feel the weight lift off your shoulders. And that is evident with the Judgment card here. Because the Judgment card is really just, you know, it's really, to me, it's like a very healing card. When I look, a healing energy, when I look at the card, I see a lot of healing in this. So I'm going to pull another card. Now, for singles, for those of you looking, there are two people coming in. Actually, no, I'm sorry. There's one coming in, but I don't, and actually, I think you're someone that may be looking, and you may have been through something a little traumatic yourself prior to getting back out there. And I think it's really important for you to have a look at yourself and make sure that you are ready to get into another relationship. I do see someone coming in, but I don't necessarily think they're bad. I think that they're just a very headstrong type of a person, very opinionated, a lot of very communicative, very witty, very strong. Could be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But I don't know that you are going to be ready for them, because I feel like you may have been in somewhat of a tumultuous, I love that word, tumultuous, somewhat of a past relationship that has still got you very grounded, not grounded, anchored in pain. That's what I want to say. And I think maybe the best thing for you to do for the month of May, if you're single, is to just kind of concentrate more on yourself and release your fears and your anxieties before you open yourself up again, or allow yourself to be open, because I think you will be fearful of that. But in doing so, we have these two cards here, the Three of Rods. In doing so and letting go, okay, you will be able to look out upon the horizon here, and you will gain the strength that you need to move forward into something more viable for you, okay? And with Judgment, and look at all the yellow. This is just so much brightness, so much warmth, so much love. I mean, these are like some really great cards here. If I could just learn how to work the camera correctly. Yeah, these are some really great cards here. These are really just talking about, you know, you looking out over the horizon after you have released all of your pain and your fear, and looking forward. And you might even do that for this month. You know, it could be something that you're doing now, and this person could come, well, they will come along, and you could get yourself where you're looking out at them and opening yourself up to them, okay? You will have gotten to the point where you feel like, you know, Judgment Day came. I've looked at myself. I've taken note of where I went wrong. I've taken note of how the relationship went bad. I've asked for forgiveness. I've healed, okay? And in doing all that, you become stronger. You know, it's like the old saying, what doesn't kill you can only make you stronger. So I feel like that is definitely, and you will have this energy. It's like a Leo energy, where you will be just completely fulfilled within yourself and on top of your mountain and at peace with all around you, and strength, so that's kind of how I feel for the month of May, what I'm getting from this reading. I could do, like I said, I could sit here for 2 hours and read more, because there are a lot of messages, millions and millions of messages that come through here. But if you're interested in having a personal reading, please subscribe to my channel or click on the link, the email link. I think it's linked. If it's not, you can just copy and paste into your email browser. And you can send me a personal message, and I can do a personal reading for you with more tailored to if you have more questions or more interest in what's happening for you for the month of May and the future. So please do let me know, and I hope that you have a wonderful month of May, and again, a very, very happy birthday. Okay, Taurus, thanks, bye.